What's up, guys? It's Shani with Healing Elements. How are you guys doing? And welcome to my channel. Of course, if you've never been here before, welcome. I hope you enjoy. And to everyone who is a past viewers, totally sending positive vibes and tons of love your way. This video is the latest that I am adding to a playlist about a series of videos I've done already to the playlist about spirit animals. So if you already perhaps identify with any specific species or animal as your spirit animal throughout your life, then these videos perhaps can give you any messages or symbolic meanings to that animal to coincide. And of course, if you have never been drawn to or felt any particular animal is your spirit animal, then perhaps you'd be intuitively guided to choose one of the animals within this playlist and take a listen, see if you resonate with any messages. So guys, this video is all about the wolf, one of my favorite. This is about the wolf spirit animal. So this is an incredibly instinctive spirit animal that captures, intuitive guidance at its pure form, being led throughout everything within your life with a guttural instinct and intuitively guided compass that you definitely always incorporate with any kind of decision that you make. It also is very symbolic and indicative about having a multifaceted capability about working with people and working with projects, because you are very diverse. You're ambidextrous in a sense about working together with others or alone. So working together with others is incredibly easy for you. People respond to you in a positive way, and you are able, to hone in and gather people and ideas harmoniously together in a unified way in order to accomplish a goal, and yet, totally capable and very well known in your lifetime for pulling away when needed, from the pack, independently, to become very fierce, driven, solemn, and intellectually guided, blended with your instincts and intuition, to be the lone wolf and accomplish great feats, great challenges all on your own, especially when you've had to either be, excommunicated from a pack, or you yourself have made the decision to go out alone. This is sometimes indicative, I feel, of people breaking away from a programmed religion or maybe a sect that was something they found not to be true. For instance, perhaps maybe polygamous religions or marriages, or being brought up to certain programming about getting married to a man, sharing that man, and you find that you are going to break away from the pack, and because of this you are excommunicated, sort of like the Scientology thing. If you leave, you are excommunicated and not able to communicate with the same members of that group. So this is a sense of being able to break away and having strength, determination to then make a new go and have very, very, very large successes doing things alone, like the lone wolf, if that is to be needed within your life. There is a hesitation here when you identify with the wolf spirit to fully trust, very on guard, like a wild wolf would be, staying at a distance, observing to get a feel on if something is threatening to you, or observing very finite details about the situation, even if you have to be stealthy in the woods, kind of stalking your prey, but stalking in a healthy way, as so you can just, observe anything that is a red flag, things that would bring to your attention the need to, portray more boundaries, or, to be either correct or incorrect in your hesitation to fully trust that person or situation. And the wolf spirit animal people, you guys are extremely intelligent and calculated, very strategic and plan oriented. So making a set plan with fierce, determined, rigor, and a lot of zest and initiation with drive and force, with this calculation, kind of like the massive, drive that you have to become a master executor of all of your plans, is something that drives you throughout the day. So constantly your thoughts are centered around executing the next step within your life, whether or not that is in the arena of your love life or career or just in, the things you seek for pleasure. You are constantly, accepting that life is short, and if you make a plan, you can master and conquer the goals that you set within that plan, like I said, like a master executioner. These plans often come unexpectedly and are drawn up sort of on a whim. Like when people say they are inspired, you can stay up all night perhaps and, make this master plan on how to ambush a said challenging situation, or ambush even your own internal boredom, or just ambush this perplexing thought that you've had while you drive for the last month, and your thoughts wander and you're trying to hone in on what your instincts are guiding you to do, whether that's for pleasure or just to be divinely guided to the place you need to be, and to come in contact and interact and have a connection with somebody who will inspire you and lead you, or give you a sign or hint as to your next step after that. Also, you, as I said, use your instinct beautifully. Your intuitive guidance throughout your life helps you to make calculated decisions. Your intuition never steers you wrong, is always on point. You are one who is strongly connected with the wise, intuitively guided, higher self calling that you hear. And, you are correct in, trusting your instincts, and it leads you often to safety when in peril, or more secure grounds when in need of sustenance that is beyond what you have. This is incredibly blended with your wise instinct and intelligence that is learned throughout your life, and you just have the ability to tap in to like the Akashic records and ancestor wisdom through dreams. You are very, very capable of blending mindfulness and emotional mindset together, which is beautiful. And you have extreme raw emotions, as wolf spirit animal people often do. They are capable of backing up their bark with bite, and sometimes the raw emotion that stirs and churns within them, can cause attacks on others in a state of like seeing red, or a ferocious temper and verbal outrage, if pushed to the limit. Definitely not one of the spirit animals that holds back. No holds barred with anything that needs to be communicated is the wolf spirit. Defense of your pack, especially to the death. So, wolves, to defend their young or their pack members, are loyal to a fault. They will often sacrifice their own life, as you do throughout your life, whether metaphorically or truly, in order to save another soul, to save another that you love and feel is loyal as you are and just as worthy. So also be wary, because you are so strong and you are very, very impressionate. So be wary of impressions and influences to other people, in which you too strongly can put your instinctive thoughts onto another's, which could be always even correct and the right guidance for that person to take. But, by letting others solve their own problems, it leads, others around you to more enriching lessons and more success down the road, in which they would not have to repeat perhaps said lesson. So, a very loyal, fierce wolf pack leader type of mother wolf, attitude drives you sometimes, of course, to be too fiercely protective and too overbearing, but that is a positive quality when able to, again, discern when you need to let others learn the truth and the error of their own ways the hard way. It's hard for you to see some of your pack members, your soul family members, learn the hard way if you identify with the wolf spirit animal qualities. You as wolf spirit have an incredible desire and actual necessary need, a functional need for freedom of belief, and freedom in general of the way that you live your life, freedom of being the only one to dictate your kind of lifestyle. You hate suffocation, any kind of overwhelming pressure or, people asking you to follow the crowd because you are a natural leader, not a follower. You never are going to succumb to other people's will if you don't feel that you are driven to act upon whatever is being asked from you. You are more than capable from breaking any chains that are putting you on, a chained dog leash, so to speak. The wolf will break free from any chains that bind the wolf to be set free, almost gnawing through their teeth through the chains in order to accomplish this freedom. You don't like to be held down at all. Also, the wolf spirit animal is hardy. You are very hardy, and again can work independently but also as a pack, like with a sled, sled driven pack. You have endurance to go through any harsh type of conditions, challenges, battles, traumas, traumatic tribulations without complaining. Just knowing that things will get to a better place. The expedition and this sled dog race or path or goal will be reached, and you will get to a point in which you can rest. So enthusiasm and non-complaining attitude throughout any kind of team challenge often is a big reason why people are drawn to you and attracted to you and approve of you as a leader. A need for you to constantly be expressing your authentic self, your higher self, is always ever present. So you are someone who people could call TMI, like too much information, but you believe even if you are TMI, who cares, who gives a shit, because with your emotionally raw ability to explain things, you don't care if you're coming off TMI or too raw for others to comprehend, because you don't believe in holding back on any opinions, because you don't feel for the sake of others you should shy away from what your truths are, because you yourself feel like if you do, then that is not living with integrity. You feel like being honest even in the face of adversity, when you are not recognized as someone who is one of integrity, even if you're showing your own opinion. You feel like it's worth going down with your belief because things always change, and you seem to know instinctively what beliefs can change and evolve and what truths and beliefs don't ever change, like love and compassion and things like that. You believe in absolute brutal honesty. And you are very, very, very magical. You are capable when you follow your integrity and intuition. You're totally capable of manifesting extremely positive outcomes that seem out of a dream. You're definitely one who can follow the law of attraction and be grateful for what you have, conserve what you have, and help others in your pack, and know that by hard work with a team or individually, you can manifest extremely positive outcomes and sustainability through financial gains, etc. You also prefer ritual. You prefer ritualistic habits, like day in and day out. Structured living is preferred, and environmental habits that produce the same result and are necessary, or you feel necessary for everyday life to go smooth, is something that you prefer. You are someone who, adores rules. Actually, rules for you are put in place to create serenity and an even flow. You live by moral codes if you are the wolf spirit, and value every single one of them so privately and sacredly that you feel it is one of the most important factors that make you whole and make you who you are in your everyday existence. You also, for that matter, on the ritualistic habit side, you love ceremonies, divine ceremonies, whether that be something, because wolf is connected to the full moon. If that's a full moon or new moon ritual or ceremony, you find meaning and symbolism, and you find answers and also questions that are able to be released to the universe within these ceremonies. Or in general, weddings, funerals, even other ceremonies like lantern lighting or Chinese New Year, things of that matter really sing out to you, and you have appreciation even for history, cultures that have past, like Aztec rituals or Native American or any kind of, you know, symbolic ritual that means something to that culture, you are attracted to, and you find a divine right within them, and you really are able to soak yourself up in, again, different cultural beliefs and ceremonies. It brings you great purpose, and you feel that is a structure and important part of paying tribute within your life as well. So, you know, the wolf spirit, guys, is indicative of wisdom, guidance intuitively, and also the guidance to be such a fierce leader and so capable independently and also within a pack that you guide others to live by example. Also the assurance of someone to be there, the assurance of that next man, like the, you know, military, the next man up, your brother in arms, your wolf pack member is there, and you rely on them, they rely on you. So a very loyal quality of assurance of always being able to be depended on is within the wolf spirit animal qualities. Capability for unsurmountable challenges, leadership roles, and knowing thyself is something big. Knowing thyself is something that you constantly have within your heart, mind, and soul as you go through your life. Expressing your true authentic self is one thing that is utmost important. Very cunning and stealth when you do have a challenge to overcome or something that you need to, again, observe and find out if you should be trusting or hesitate. So guys, the wolf spirit animal is beautiful. You are one to definitely seek out, like shamanic or, you know, monk leadership, and even train to be one yourself. A lot of mentors in, you know, spiritual realm resonate with the wolf spirit animal. So guys, that was all about the wolf spirit animal. Blessings, love, and light, guys.